First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So in this lesson number 2 on the topic dice, so now we are going to solve some of the questions from type number 1. So friends, before watching this video, don't forget to watch the previous lesson, that is lesson number 1, introduction. So watch the video completely and be strong on the basic concept 100%. So only if you know the basic concept of dice, you can able to solve all these types and the remaining types. So previous lesson what we learnt is the important 2 point. One is a standard dice and another is called as a non-standard dice or else a general dice. So the major difference is most important. If it is a standard dice, what I have told you, sum of opposite faces will be equal to 7. If it is a non-standard dice, any two adjacent faces equal to 7. Sum of any two adjacent faces which is equal to 7. And also in the previous lesson I have taught you some example question where you have to decide whether it's a standard dice or else it is a general dice, right? So after learning all the concepts and stuff, in that video itself I have told you what is type number 1. So type number 1 is nothing but usually in the exams they will give you only one image. So based on the image our target is to find the required answer, right? So just see here they have given an image, right? And what is the question? Opposite to 3. So our target is to find what is the number which is opposite to 3. So similarly by giving this diagram, what is opposite to 5? Right? So similarly by giving this diagram, bottom surface number. Bottom surface is nothing but this bottom surface, right? So bottom surface number we have to find it. So these types of questions will be asked in type number 1. Type number 1 is very easy, but it's an example 1 question, but when you take example 2 question, it is little bit confusing for the beginners. So you have to know that concept also, right? Okay, so now let me move on to the first question. Opposite to 3. So our target is to find what number is opposite to 3. Just listen here friends, always I have told you one thing in the previous lesson, while seeing a dice, right, these types of images, first you guys have to decide whether the given dice is a standard dice or else a general dice. How will you find? Just see here, the top surface is 2 and the side surface is 1 and 3. Now add and see. 2 plus 3 is what? 5, not 7. 3 plus 1 is what? 4, not 7. 2 plus 1 is what? 3, not 7. So finally we can say that while adding the adjacent faces, I am not getting an answer 7. So definitely the given dice is called as a standard dice. Got it or not? In case if we are getting an adjacent side as 7, then it is called as a general dice. But here while adding the adjacent faces, I am not getting 7, total 7. So we can say that the given dice will be a standard dice. If it is a standard dice, then what is the important concept here? Sum of opposite faces is equal to 7. Got it? That's it. So never forget this point. So now our target is to find what is the number that is opposite to 3. So here if one face is 3 and we know that this is a standard dice, then what will be the number that is opposite to 3? It is 4. So answer for the first question is 4. Only then we can say while adding 4 and 3 the resultant will be 7. Understood or not? That's it. Just let me move on to this question. Bottom surface number. So our target is to find what is the bottom surface number. So first check whether the given dice is a standard dice or a general dice. So 5 plus 3 is what? 8, not 7. 5 plus 1 is what? 6, not 7. 1 plus 3 is what? 4, not 7. So finally, while adding the adjacent faces, I am not getting a 7. If I am not getting a 7, then what does it mean? This dice will be a standard dice. So if it is a standard dice, then the opposite face number sum is equal to 7. So here we know that the top face is 5. Then the bottom face will be what? 2. Only then we can say 5 plus 2 will be 7. So finally, the bottom face of number 5 will be 2. Okay, so not number 5. But we know that the cube bottom face will be this, which is opposite to number 5. So opposite to number 5 will be definitely 2. So only then we can say that 5 top face 5 and the opposite face bottom face will be 2. So if you add 5 and 2, the resultant will be 7. Got it? So next question. So opposite to 5. So our target is to find which number is opposite to 5. Just see here. So 2, 1, 3. So first check whether the given dice is a standard dice or else a general dice. So 3 plus 2 is what? 5, not 7. 2 plus 1 is what? 3. So not 7. 3 plus 1 is what? 4. Not 7. So finally, by adding the adjacent, any two adjacent faces, I am not getting a total of 7. So if I am not getting a total of 7, then it is called as a standard dice. So if it is a standard dice, the sum of opposite faces will be equal to 7. What is our target here? Opposite to 5. We know that this top face is 2, then the bottom face will be 5. Only then we can say that 5 bottom face, 2 top face, while adding both the opposite faces, the resultant will be 7. So our target is to find what is opposite to 5. So opposite to 5 will be 2. So we can say that answer for the question will be 2. Easy or not? Very easy, you know. Solving even a tough level question on this topic dice will be very simple, but you have to be strong on the basic concept. So without watching lesson number 1, kindly don't watch all the remaining lessons. You can't able to understand anything. So first learn the lesson number 1 properly and be strong. What is the difference between standard dice and a general dice? If you are being strong on all those concepts, then definitely you can able to solve all the easy as well as tough level question. So now it's an example 1. So mainly most of the students will make a mistake only on that example 2. So let me move on to that example 2 question also. So here is the example number 2, and here our target is to find what is the number that is opposite to number 4. So before solving this question, first you guys have to decide whether the given image is a standard dice or a general dice. Just see here. So here 1 plus 4 is what? 5. So not 7, right? So 1 plus 6 is what? 7. Just listen here. While adding 1 and 6, two adjacent faces, I am getting a total of 7. Then this dice, the given image, is called as a general dice. Understood or not? In all the previous cases where the dice is a standard dice, because while adding any two adjacent faces, I am not getting 7. But here in this diagram, while adding these two faces, I am getting a total of 7. Then it is called as a general dice. So now what is our target? Our target is to find what is opposite to 4. If it is a standard dice, we can say that opposite to 4 will be 3. Because it's a standard dice, that will be a standard dice. But here, opposite to 4, we can't able to predict the number. It can be 2, or else this can be 3, or else this can be 5. Anything is possible. Because if it is a standard dice, we can say that the opposite faces total will be 7. But if it is a general dice, the number will be collapsed. We can't able to predict the number directly. So here our target is to find what is the number which is opposite to 4. What are all the numbers remaining? 2 remaining, 3 remaining, 5 remaining. So the opposite of number 4, there are chances that it can be 2 possible, or else 3 can be possible, or else 5 can be possible. So answer for this question, opposite to 4 will be either it can be number 2, or it can be number 3, or else it can be number 5. Got it or not? So only if you know the exact answer, you should mark it, or else you should not mark the answer. You should say answer for this question is cannot be determined. So that's the reason I have taken 2 example options here. So first let me take this option. So option number A, 236, 135, 235, 123. So according to this question, opposite to 4, what we find is 235. So you can say that the answer for question is option number C, right? But when you look at the second case, they have given an option like this. Option A is 2, option B is 3, option C is 5, option D is cannot be determined. So here we know that opposite to 4, there are 3 options. Either opposite to 4 can be 2, or else it can be 3, or else it can be 5. We don't know the exact answer. So in that scenario, you should not mark all these options. You should say the answer for the question will be cannot be determined. So friends, understood? That is the major mistake of many students. They usually what they used to do is they usually mark option A, like 2, 3, etc. Don't do that. Only if you know the exact answer, go with the options. Or else if you are getting a possibility like this 2, 3, 5, etc., then go with cannot be determined, right? In case they have given an option like this saying this option 3 is 2, 3, 5, then you can go with this option. Understood or not, friends? So always remember that if it is a standard dice, finding an answer is easy. You will get a definite answer, most probably. Most of the time you will get a definite answer. But if it is a general dice, you can't able to predict, because opposite to 4 can be any number. You can't able to predict. It can be 2, or it can be 3, or it can be 5. So that's the reason we are saying that opposite to 4 can be 2, 3, 5. Got it or not, friends? So this is the way you have to solve the questions in your exams, that is based on type number 1. And type number 1 is again just a basics to understand, basic questions to understand in the topic dice. So from type number 2, from the next video, we will be solving like 2 diagrams. Based on the 2 diagrams, we have to solve the question. So those questions are very much important for your state level competitive exams or else for the campus interview. So let me see all those questions on the next video. So before that, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you really like it, share the video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much for watching it. Bye.